Okay, we'll try it this way. And
I need
I
to
don't know.
send
You're gonna have to send me the
this.
video when it's done.
Yeah, let me send it to my peeps now.
Mm-mm.
All right. Okay.
Hey, Coach Ambera, this is your yes, I think she's been very
Hey,
diligent at making
coach.
sure that every time, every time it
My
came on,
lighting
yeah,
isn't good.
don't worry about it. I'm not sure what happened there. Let me see if I
That
can,
was so weird.
yeah,
Can you
I've
hear me
never had
okay?
that. Yes, please. I've never had that experience before. It's really strange.
Oh, Lord. Oh, okay.
Pardon?
I was just making sure I was good. Can you see me? Okay. The light's weird.
I can see you.
Okay.
I get to make up the screen rate.
Hey, coach. I'm good, coach.
Oh,
Okay. You can see me? Okay, good.
I press invite.
Um,
Let's invite people to thing. Okay. All right. I think we're already 20 minutes later than planned. So let's get started.
Yes, ma'am.
Mhm.
How are
All
you
right.
today?
So I'm okay. Taking it day by day.
Oh,
In a
I
very
know.
interesting way.
Everything's going on. It's crazy.
Yep. 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 All right. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So welcome to the Make It Happen with Chamara interview series, episode 2. The purpose of this program is to offer views, strategies, and stories to encourage and inspire women to tap into their inner being, to embrace who they are, dream bigger, dig deeper within, and take big, bold actions in alignment with their goals in order to live their dream with love, joy, and confidence. I am Chamara Hollingsworth from Vision to Reality International. And what I do is I help women to find their true core, embrace their self worth, and chart a clear path to their dream. Now, today, I have with me Crystal Whalon. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Is it
Yes, thank
Whalon?
you. Waylon.
Okay, Whalon. Okay. So, Crystal Whalon is a Web Plus and graphic design expert. She has been designing for 16 years and has worked with Fortune 500 companies, government agencies, and nonprofit organizations providing design and more. Crystal is a jack of all trades, or maybe a Jill of all trades, and is passionate about learning and seeing her clients win. Crystal always aims to make her clients look as good as she possibly can. So she continues learning to ensure that she can provide her clients with fresh creativity and innovation. She is very intentional in order to give her clients the best customer service experience. And among her many achievements are among her many achievements, Crystal has created a Tableau. Is it a Tableau? I don't know the pronunciation of that word
Yes.
correctly.
Tableau. Mm-hmm.
Tableau. A Tableau dashboard which garnered a $40 million US grant from the Department of Health and Human Services. And she's also developed a design curriculum for a nonprofit that garnered a $1 million US grant from McDonald's. Fun fact, Crystal is a former collegiate basketball player who started from the age of 4. Welcome, Crystal. Okay, so as you know, before we get started, we start with a little game. And today's game is my favorite things, right? And I'm going to call out some words, and you are going to tell me very quickly what your favorite thing is as it relates to the word. So, for instance, if I say color, you would say, what's your favorite color?
My favorite color? Oh, black.
Ah, okay. So if I say color, you would say black, and whatever word I say, then you would also say what the favorite what your favorite thing based on that word is. So, what is your favorite song?
Song. Ooh. I'm an 80s baby, so I'm gonna have to say, shoot, song. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna go 2003. Carrie Hilson, Hustler.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. Favorite movie?
16 Candles.
Okay. Favorite food?
Scallops.
Favorite book?
Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Okay. And your favorite ice cream?
Oh, cookies and cream.
Okay. My daughter's like cookies and cream too.
Cookies
Very
and
weird to
cream.
me. Okay. So let's get into our first question. So, what was the brilliant, audacious, dynamic dream that inspired you to start in the business that you are in?
Well, it wasn't really one thing, one dream. I've designed since I was 11. That was the first time I did my first design at 11. So art has always been a part of me. So it was really natural. But when I came home from college, I wanted to devote my gift to God. And so I immediately started doing design for my local church. And then from there, it just branched out from then to nonprofits. And then I started working for the state of Texas. And so now I've been with the state for about 3 years now. So it wasn't necessarily one thing, one dream that really started it out. And so from the state work, then I said, okay, well, I want to do something on a larger scale. And so I linked up with my business coach, and so we started working through my vision. And so while working through that vision, I realized that I really wanted to help business coaches and healers and actually just consultants who were called to help others. So then that's when it all kind of spiraled into what you see today.
Okay. So what do you think really got you into drawing at such an early age, or into the arts at such an early age?
It was just a part of me. I played basketball I started playing basketball when I was 4. So basketball was really the main thing that was going on in my world. But I would tell my dad to start giving me a sketchbook. So I started sketching. And from then it just went, my mom bought a computer. And so I was in Microsoft Paint. And then from there, it went on from there. But yeah, I started out really early drawing, and it was just from the love of it. I just loved it. At that time, it was like The Simpsons came out. See, I'm telling my age now. So The Simpsons came out, and so everybody was trying to draw Bart, the character. So
Mm-hmm.
I have tons of sketches of different types of Bart Simpson characters. So yeah, it started young. I started pretty young, but I think that's why I love it so much, because it reminds me of when I was little. So
Nice. Okay. So, what would you say? I mean, maybe you touched on this a bit. What would you say was your defining aha moment that made you decide to do this particular business?
well, I've designed over the years, but then I stopped because I got sick for about, I would say, 10 years. And so when I got sick, I was physically limited. And so it became just, okay, let's just do what I can just to not get sick. So
Mm-hmm.
the graphic design really kind of got pushed to the side, the business side. And so
Mm-hmm.
then when I got a new doctor, and they gave me a new med, and then it was full steam ahead. And 2 weeks
Mm-hmm.
later, I was linked up with my business coach. Uh, so once I got healthy, it was like, okay, it's go time, and I'm not going to let anything stop me from this point.
Okay. Okay. So I think this is a good question based on one of our previous discussions, but what is it that drives you to do what you do?
I love beautiful things.
Mm-hmm.
I love creating beautiful things. I love seeing beautiful things. And so whenever I link up with my clients and they tell me what they want, my goal is to make beautiful things. And so that's the foundation of what I do is to make something very, very pretty and very inviting. And so I think that's what really gets me going is just the beauty of art, and trying to make something that transcends time, something that lasts even beyond me. So I get really, really passionate and really focused on making beautiful things. And so all of my clients get more than what they ask for.
Okay. Um, okay, so I'm going to tap back to when you were young. It seems that your parents are very, very encouraging in terms of supporting your dream. How important do you think that is in the success that you've had thus far?
Um, it's really from within me, actually, because I've always been kind of this introvert that just kind of went off into a room and just started drawing. I've always been fueled by being the best. Even when I played basketball, I wanted to be the best. And so at a young age, I wanted to be the best at what I was doing. And so um, it really it's, I would say my parents they financed the dream, absolutely. uh, my dad bought me sketchbooks, mom computers and such, but I really believe it came from the depths of within me, um, as to why I do what I do and how I go so hard in what I do, and just wanting to be the best. um, I think it has to come from within. It has to come from within.
I agree. Um, okay. Hmm. I actually have another question, but as it relates to this thing, because like you mentioned that you had um, an illness that kind of stopped you from working on your business for about 10 years. And I think it's very admirable that you've had the opportunity to, or at least the strength and the bravery and courage to overcome that obstacle and decide that you're still going to pursue your dream. What do you think contributed to you being able to have that strength?
My faith, absolutely.
Your
I
faith?
am my faith. I am a Christian. I love my Jesus. he he is everything to me. And so my faith in him, and he's prepared me, he's guided me, he's strengthened me. Even when I didn't want to continue to continue to design, he pushed me to keep going and to continue to be the best that I can be in spite of. So the illness, it could have derailed me, it could have stopped me, but my faith in God propels me forward, even in spite of.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so um, okay, well, as you know, this is the point where I'm just going to tell you a bit about one of the programs I have to offer.
Mm-hmm.
I actually finally started the membership program. It's finally live. So this membership program is called the Dynamic Diva Club, and you can feel free to check out the page for the Dynamic Diva Club on in the link in my bio. But the Dynamic Diva Club aims at bringing together creative, entrepreneurial, and professional women to encourage, educate, and enlighten each other so that we can take bold, decisive action, live more empowered lives, enhance our creative, entrepreneurial, and professional activities. And what we're going to be offering in this is exclusive Diva discussions, daily motivation, exclusive Dynamic Diva Hour of Power sessions, special membership discounts, special membership packages, 10-day self-love challenge, a virtual book club, and more. So if you're interested, just check the link in my bio to find out a bit more about the Dynamic Diva Club. It's actually going to be $9.99 US a month
Okay.
to be a part of the membership program. Right? So moving on, we're going to jump into key question 2. So, what bold, and I feel like because you're covering so much ground, in a sense, I feel like you've touched on some of these things already, but what bold and decisive action did you choose to take to get up and running in this business?
Um, I have been doing design for a number of years,
Mm-hmm.
and then I stopped when I got sick. But when I decided that I wanted to do it again, I I decided that I wanted to do it a different way. I wanted
Mm-hmm.
to bring in someone who could help me do it a different way. And so I linked up with my coach, Coach Ann,
Mm-hmm.
and she has been a gem in my world. She's assisted me. She has supported me. She's pushed me um, and taught me so many different things that has allowed me to go past the point that I had went before. And
Mm-hmm.
so um, getting a business coach, I suggest for anyone who is trying to build a business and they don't know exactly what to do, or they may have tried it one way and it may have not worked. I would suggest that that changed the game for me,
Okay.
allowing my business coach in to my world.
And she's very supportive. She's here. She's
Oh,
saying she's very proud of you. All
she's
right.
awesome.
I've been
Go
getting,
see Coach Am. She'll get you
pardon?
right. Anybody's watching, go check out Coach Am. She'll get you right.
Okay. Um, Coach Ambira, just
Coach
so you get
Ambra.
the the IG name. So we've had a few comments. People have been
Oh, thanks,
really
Coach.
supporting you in terms of your faith and saying that God and asking for God to continue to bless you.
Oh, thank
And
you guys.
so you've definitely been getting that support. Um, we have Lisa Lou, who's very excited about Crystal. Yeah. So just feel free if you have any questions for Crystal throughout the course of this interview, please feel free to drop them in the chat so that we can discuss these questions as well. I forgot to mention that in the beginning, so my apologies for that. Just Bless is saying very awesome information. All right. Okay. So,
Hey, Miss Mary. Yes, just blessed.
would you say that you had to make any shifts in your perspectives to take this action? Your
Absolutely.
big, your this decisive action.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
When I started out with my business coach, right before then, I knew that being sick for a number of years, it was my new comfort zone. And
Mhm.
so, with that being your new comfort zone, my mind, my body had all settled into being sick. So once I wasn't sick anymore, then I had to get my body and then my mind prepared
Mhm.
for the journey again. And so linking up with my business coach once again, that got my mind um, going again, and then my body began to react. So it's literally taken me a couple of months to fully kind of settle into being an entrepreneur and a CEO again.
Mhm.
Um, just because I'm almost like resurrecting, like my body is coming back to life, and um, my graphic design, that's still on point, but um, my lifestyle had to change, habits had to
Mhm.
change, the new comfort zone had to be um, taken away, and I had to go and step out of my comfort zone and do lives and just really start to share myself with my audience. And that's
Mhm.
something that I hadn't really done in the past. Because of my illness, I would get on social media and then I would go away. Then I would come back and then go away again. So I never really
Mhm.
got an opportunity to really um, engage with my audience and to have them get to know me. So it was a major mind change and mind
Mhm.
shift that I had to do, that I had to be intentional about, in order for me to get to this point where I am now. So yes, definitely a mind shift that had to take place.
Okay. Um, so what what was it like? Um, what was life for you like 5 years ago as opposed to life for you now? How's that changed?
Mm, well, um, 5 years ago, I was just working for the state, designing for the state, and then I was kind of sick, you know. Um, so life is better now. I mean, definitely because I was sick before, so
Mhm.
I'm happy that I'm not now. But
Me too.
life is awesome now. Like I feel like I'm walking in my purpose. I feel like
Mhm.
I am coming into my own. Um, my illness has settled, and so now I can really focus and really push myself to go to the next level. um, I can really dream again, you know. Um, so life is good now. Um, I'm definitely not where I want to be right now,
Mhm.
but I'm on my way, and
Okay.
um, and I'm grateful that I'm at this point and not still sick. So
I'm very grateful that you are much better, and I know things are definitely going to continue to get better for you. There are two questions here from Lisa Lou. The
okay.
first one is, how would you advise somebody starting their new business venture?
How would I advise someone?
hmm Who's
Um,
starting a new business
a
venture?
new business venture. Um, I would definitely tell them that it's going to be some work. It's going to be a lot of work.
hmm
Um, and it's going to be intentional work. It has to be consistent work. Um, you're gonna there's going to be days when you don't want to do it. There's going to be days when that's all you want to do. Um, and in those days, there has to be balance in those days. So, advising someone who is trying to go after their dream, I say do it, go after it. Don't wait for a perfect time because there's never a perfect time. Um,
hmm
I would say just dive in, and if you feel like you need a lot more support, then I suggest get you a coach to assist you in the journey. Um, but get after it. Go dive all the way in. Go there.
Okay. And she also asked, what is one thing that you would suggest to someone stepping out of their comfort zone?
Mm. Stepping out of your comfort zone is difficult. It's tough um, because it's a comfort zone. It's comfortable. Stepping out of it is a little painful. It's uh, it's something that you may not even want to do. Something
Mhm.
you may be terrified about. But if you want to be the person that you know you can be, you have to do it. You just have to do it. And so um, I suggest and I advise anyone who is on the fence about stepping into their purpose and starting their business, I advise them to do it because um, there's something important that's not happening when you don't. There's
That's true.
something that you know I can do what I can do the way that I can do it, and no one can do it the way that I can because I'm an individual. So if another person is trying to start a business, then it's needed because you're needed and you were placed on this earth for a reason. And so we need you. We need your gift. We need whatever it is that God has put in your heart to do. And so um, do it. Get after it.
Thank you. Coach Ambera is saying that messy action is still action.
Yes,
Well, I
yes, it
think I can agree with that. Sometimes you just need to start taking action to get the momentum going. So I can
is.
definitely agree
Absolutely.
with that.
Yes. She tells
Um,
me that all the time, especially when I'm like trying to figure out what I want to post on social media. She's just like, just post it. So,
I agree. I have that challenge sometimes, but I'm also beginning to see like sometimes we hold ourselves back, with the self-doubt and the indecision, and sometimes you just need to just do it,
yeah,
you know?
yeah,
Exactly what you
absolutely.
just said. Just step out of the comfort zone.
Just
Um,
do it.
Another point too is sometimes we think fear means to retreat, but sometimes it's just showing you where you need to focus on and rise above, you
Mm-hmm.
know? So that's just
Absolutely.
something that we all need to take into consideration when we're thinking about what we need to do to move forward in life and business.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're going to do the next game.
Okay.
Mhm. I'm trying to decide to
Game
give you the
on.
game back. Pardon?
Game on. Let's do it.
Mhm. Okay, so I'm going to go with the fill in the blanks game. All
Mhm.
right. And For this, you're going to choose 3 numbers between 1 and 10. I'm going to start the sentence, and you're going to finish the sentence with your answer. Okay? So what's your first number?
3.
3. So number 3. My most rewarding experience so far was?
Most rewarding experience so far. I would say starting my business. Most rewarding, absolutely.
Pardon? Starting your business?
Starting the business, yes.
Okay. Okay, and what's your next number?
7.
Number 7. Loving myself means?
Loving myself means giving myself grace when I need it. Loving myself means expecting excellence from myself. Loving myself means getting in the presence of my God, because when I'm in his presence, I become more of myself. Loving myself means putting myself first, which is sometimes difficult for me.
Anything else? Because it seemed like you want to continue.
Let's see. Loving myself. Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's good now.
Okay, so what's the next question you would like to tackle? Forgive the dogs outside barking.
Oh, you're good.
So yes, what's the next question you would like to answer?
What's the next question?
Well, you gave me two numbers, so what's the next number you'd like to tackle?
Oh, 9.
Number 9. One thing I would change now is?
One thing I would change. My bank account number, that'd be great. I would like more
I'll give you 2 high fives for that, girl.
You want more zeros. I want more zeros.
At the end. Not at the beginning. At the end.
Not the beginning.
Right?
At the end. Before the period as well. Not after the
period. Yep. Very, 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 very true. So far, Maid PD, she said to the self-love question, she said, yes, the difficult question. That is a question that stumps people a lot. Okay, so let's go into the last segment. What is one change you had to make about yourself or in your life to create the success that you see in your business today?
I had to do 2 things. I had to feel the fear and do it anyway. And then I had to look in the mirror and challenge my own behavior. So the normal flow of how I was living my life had to change. And so I had to examine my I guess my comings and goings and my time and what I was doing with my day, and really look at it and really be honest with myself and remove the things that I needed to remove and add the things that needed to be added, and then be consistent at the things that I needed to be consistent in.
What was the toughest part of that?
Ooh. Consistency.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I was
because
thinking the same thing. That's sometimes the hardest thing, just being
oh,
consistent.
oh man, because life doesn't stop.
Mm-hmm.
The issues of life, the things that just come out of nowhere, that doesn't stop. But you have to continue to show up, and you have to continue to use your gift and be integral and run a good business and show up for your customers. So yeah, consistency, that was a beast. And I'm still praying about that daily. Honestly. It's
Okay.
just
I was
showing up.
actually going to go. Sorry.
Oh,
Go.
just showing up, really, just that consistency, that right
Mm.
there.
So the question that came to mind just now, as you were talking about the consistency, and we know how tough that can be, is how do you remain consistent in the tough days? The
Ooh.
days when you just feel like I can't do this anymore. What is it that you do to pull you out of that state of mind and continue with the consistency?
Um, I check my levels. And when I say check my levels, I mean pouring out versus what I'm putting in. So if I'm doing a lot of giving, if I'm working really hard, I try to and then if I'm just really going and really going, I check my levels in regards to needing to play and needing to either like get out in nature and so I'm being more intentional about um, the balance. So making sure that I'm being poured into. So I get on the phone with my friends and I'm giggling and having a good old time, and that feeds me. Um, I get out. I love being near water, so I go to my favorite park and I walk around and I look at beautiful stuff, beautiful animals and trees and water, and allow that to feed me. So then that gives me, and I'm an artist too, so I need inspiration. I need creative inspiration to be able to give to my clients. So doing those things help me. So I try to play. I try to play a little bit, even though COVID has really restricted my play. um,
Mhm.
I definitely tried to balance. So when when those days when I feel like I can't go on, the first thing I do is I pray. Um, I invite God into my life and into my situation, and ask Him for His help in stabilizing myself. And and He does. He's so awesome in doing that. When those moments where I feel like I just really can't go on, He sustains me. He strengthens me, and He allows me to continue to go on. And that's how I know it's Him, because I don't have anything left. And so when I pray, and then all of a sudden I'm doing stuff, is
Mm.
that's the glory of God. And so um, that's the first thing that I do, and the second thing I do is play.
Okay, nice. Okay, so what is your definition of success?
Ooh. My definition of success is being able to walk in what you feel like you were born to do. Um, not the box that other people may put you in, or even the box that you have to sometimes put yourself in. Sometimes you just need a job and you just need a steady income, coming into the house. But if you can get into a place where you can actually do what you love and really go after it. I feel like that is success. And just reaching your potential. That's my goal, is to reach my potential. And if I can do that, if I can pour out everything that God has placed in me, then I feel like that I'm successful. And so I challenge everyone out there just to pour it out. Whatever's in you, pour it out.
Okay.
These are good questions.
Thank you.
I like it.
How do you know, or how does one know when they've reached their potential? Is it possible to reach your highest potential if you're continuing to grow? I'm thinking like that.
I know, because I'm like, I don't want to ever feel like I'm there. Like even in graphic arts, I've been doing it for 16 years, but when people, you're good. No, I'm not. It's always the room to grow. And so that's a good question, because I don't want to ever feel like there's nothing more to reach for.
I'm actually here beginning to wonder if potential is a moving target.
Exactly. Because one thing, my college coach used to tell me this all the time. She'd be like, you have so much potential. And I used to hate that, because it's like, wait, so it's not realized yet, is what you're saying, is that you see it in me, but it hasn't come to fruition yet. And so potential, that's a tricky word. That is a tricky word.
You actually even put another level of it to me, because that's something a lot of people tell other people. It's like, you have so much potential, because they have higher expectations of you than they can see that you can do more than you're allowing yourself to do. And I think maybe you can possibly reach what they see as the potential that you have. But I think that as you grow, your potential expands as well. So
absolutely.
I think it's
because it's like so other people's potential, or their idea of your potential, it could be what you actually have in you could be so much more. So what you see in me now, that could just be just the tip of the iceberg. And so I can't really, it's hard to have a human being tell me who I'm supposed to be. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so Maid PD is saying that she can relate. You never feel like you're as good as people think.
What was that?
Maid PD, she said she can relate. You never feel like you're as good as people think.
Right. Absolutely.
I think especially parents to some extent. Because they want the world for you, and they have this vision for you. And sometimes I think there are some people that have difficulty feeling as though they can reach that vision that other people have for them. It might not just be parents, but I think that's the best example that I can come up with. Lisa Easton says she's catching the end, but she's here. Welcome.
Hey, Coach. Hold on, let me turn off this fan. 1 second. It got cold in here. Whew.
Since you are running the live, you're going to have to tell me when we're getting close to the hour, because we don't want to run out of time and then it cuts out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think If you press the live button in the top, then you see it, how much time we've been on.
Um,
All right. And okay,
I have no idea.
there's a question I asked last week. So, what kind of changes would you have? What kind of changes have you had to make in your relationships to get to where you are in your business today?
Changes in relationships. I've had to be really intentional about my relationships, my friendships, because I can get really hardcore tunnel vision. Be a bat cave dweller and be working on a project a whole weekend and not talk to anybody. And so I'm very intentional in my relationships with people, with the people that I have in my circle. I intentionally try to make time for them and pour into them, because I know that they still need my light and I still need theirs.
Mm-hmm.
So I am I'm extremely intentional in regards to the relationships that I have, and so I had to even kind of set some little timers for myself, for if I haven't talked to somebody in some time, it'll come up and I'll reach out to them. I just try to make the people in my life feel extremely important. And so with the business, it takes a lot out of me. It requires a lot from me. But the people that are in my life, they understand what I have to do and they understand who I am, and they cheer me on. And so I think that's important too, is having the right people in your circle who can encourage you when you need it, who can leave you alone when when you gotta work, and then who can engage with you when you need to talk. And so that just helps me to be really so my friendships have all kind of been affected by my business. And so I just really just be more intentional in making sure
Mm-hmm.
that we both get what we need as in regards to friends. So her
Okay.
accent. Oh yeah, her accent's amazing, right, Lisa?
Well, obviously, to me, I don't have an accent. I was actually there saying, well, this person is very on point with where I'm from. Lisa M. Easton, or is it Lisa Miston?
Lisa Easton.
Okay, just checking. Yeah, you're on
Oh,
point. I am from Barbados. Beautiful, beautiful Barbados.
thanks, Teresa.
Um, we have, thank you.
Oops.
Um, Teresa Warner. She says she's always believed in you.
Oh.
So you have a lot of support, a lot of support. And I think
Oh.
that's wonderful. Um, I just lost the question I was going to ask you. Imagine that.
I love you to pieces, my Teresa.
Ah, you see. So Lisa says she grew up around West Indians. That's
Oh,
why.
really? I didn't know that, Lisa. That's cool.
Okay. So one of the words I see that you use quite a lot. Well, there are two words that keep coming up, and there are intentional and consistency,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, mhm, mhm. Do you think it is possible to have success without intention and consistency?
No, absolutely not.
Mm.
Um, you just can't stumble upon a flow. You have to um, absolutely adopt it. You have to adopt the way that you go about your day.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you have to be intentional about your movements. You have to be intentional about what you allow in your space, um, what you allow your eyes to see. All of that affects whether or not you can be successful in your business. And and actually, Lisa taught me um, a lot about that. My Lisa helped me with mindset um, and intentions. Um, I believe paved the way for success. So, and consistency is what will keep you there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's those. So those are my those are my two words for 2021. Clearly, um,
Nice.
is being intentional in my movements and being intentional, being consistent, and being excellent daily. So yeah, I think those two words have to be infused in your mentality in order for you to be successful.
I agree. All right. So one more question before I go on to the next segment. But before I go to that question, um, Lisa says that you're a dream. She's very happy to have you on her team.
Oh, thanks, Lisa. She's awesome.
And Crystal says she's so proud of you, you know, for setting boundaries and surrounding yourself with people who support you, protecting your energy. And consistency is definitely huge. And Lisa's saying that you're spot on. Oh, wait, we got some more. We got some more. Reach Your Goals Academy. She's saying that you have to decide and then you have to follow through. So consistency enables you to build on your accomplishments and build momentum. I can definitely agree with that as well. Okay, so
Oh, thank you, Kim.
one thing you said just a moment ago, you were talking about being intentional about how you go about your day. So that
Mhm.
being said, does your business have any routines or systems in place? And if so, um, number one, how important do you think routines or systems are? And if you do have any routines or systems, would you be able or willing to share one system that has been working for you thus far?
Um, and this goes, and it's so funny. My coaches are on this live right now. My business coach, um, that was a part of our initial um, before I launched. We
Mhm.
worked with systems and processes. We had a a day scheduled for it. So excuse me. But yeah, so systems and processes are extremely important to the success of your business and your life. Um, Lisa actually helps me with my daily system. She's a mindset coach, and so she assists me with my morning routine and with my nightly routine. So then that's been so transformative in my world. So definitely um, the mindset change and like getting up early, um,
Mhm.
meditation. I do guided meditations. Um, I do daily affirmations. Um, I'm intentional in regards to what I'm looking at and
Mhm.
what I listen to, making sure that my emotions stay steady and consistent throughout the day. Um, and I actually adopted that from Lisa. Um, she actually told me that she had a show, one of her favorite shows, playing in the background all day. And I was intrigued by that. And she told me, she said, because what it does is that if you have something that's on and it makes you happy throughout the day, and nothing else you're putting your eyes or you're absorbing, and so it just kind of keeps your emotions stable. And so in regards to systems, my morning routine and my night routine absolutely are a part of my success. And so in regards to sharing systems, business systems, I suggest it's just really like just you I think you just really have to write it out, because each business is different. So as well as sharing a business system, I probably wouldn't be able to at this time, but personal system, I definitely suggest going to bed early, as early as you can, and then listening to some guided meditations prior to that, to reprogram your mind to think the way that you want to think the thoughts that you want to think, and then in the morning, waking up, the first thing I do is I give God my first fruits of my day. I want him to know that he is the most important person in my life. And so when I wake up in the morning, I roll over and I say thank you, and I talk to God first. And then after that, I go into prayer, and then meditation, and then goals, daily goals. And then from then on, I still have my day job. And so I start my agency work. And then, and once my agency work is complete, then I hop on my business stuff. And then I continue to work, and then I take a break and do another guided meditation. And then I continue on my day. And so I guess, so I gave you a little bit of my morning day routine, but that'll look different for other people. But that's how I start my day.
Okay.
And I guess that's my system for how I start my weekday, because on the weekends I'm sleeping in. But weekday I'm getting
up. Fair enough. Okay, so Lisa Lou is saying that you are very insightful and inspirational. Coach Ambera is saying get that foundation right.
Yes.
Zuri from Texas says this is so wonderful. And we got a
Oh.
yes, sis, from Lisa Easton, and amen to that. And she says, me too. So I actually do agree that systems or routines are very important. And like you said, I think the hardest part of it is when you start a system, getting it going, being consistent with it. And once you get through that, I think it makes life a lot easier when it becomes a habit. Okay, so I know we have I think about 4 minutes left.
Yes.
And Crystal. Crystal is offering or giving away a 30% discount on your choice of any one of her services. So very quickly, if anyone can tell me what Crystal said as it relates to how does she remain consistent? At least tell me one of the things she mentioned. She mentioned quite a few things. How does she stay consistent in her darkest hour? first person that can mention that will win the prize. And while we're waiting on that response, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you very much for being a part of Make It Happen with Chamara. I really enjoyed this interview. I know we had a lot of technical difficulties in the beginning, and we had to switch it up a bit to make it happen. But I'm glad we were persistent in getting this
Yeah.
going. Well, Lisa says that was before she came on. So let me see. Let's give the prize so that we don't lose the time. I don't even know if to say the most active person in the chat.
Most active person. Let's see.
Because I will say since Lisa came in,
Lisa.
she took the show.
Lisa is Chatty Kathy in the comments. I love it though.
All right. So
Coach
as
Annie's
Lisa
still
was
here.
in,
Where's my coach
pardon?
at? I want to see if my coach is still here.
As Lisa was the most active person in the chat, we'll give the praise to Lisa. She
Oh,
says she's
snap.
laughing out
Lisa get the
loud.
discount.
So she's going to get a discount on your services. And again, I want to take the time to thank you very much for doing this interview.
Thank you
I
for having
really
me.
enjoyed
This
it.
was awesome. This was so awesome.
Thank you. And I feel very inspired as especially with some of the answers that you would have shared with us. And it's been great hearing your views on certain things. Just a reminder, when you finish, save the live and send it to me so that we can have it. So that we can have it. I can put it up on the page so more people can see it, and I'm also going to put it up on Facebook as well.
Okay. Thank you, Lisa.
Lisa's here celebrating. And thank you all of you who would have joined today and put in your contributions. Thank you for making it very interactive once again.
Thank you guys.
And I wish you all the best possible night and week ahead.
Bye, guys.
Bye.